This episode is sponsored by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor also distributes your podcast for you so that it can be heard on platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Are you sure you clicked on the right podcast? It doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Uncensored BS, a Farkwaad podcast hosted by Farkwaad. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Farkwaad, and we are live in Uncensored BS, a Farkwaad podcast. Today, in this session, I've decided to do a solo, and I hope that y'all understand why I'm doing this solo. I might explain it real quick. If y'all know me, y'all know I talk a lot. Y'all know I love to talk, and for me personally, I feel like I should be talking a lot of the stuff that I see and post on my social media, and I feel like I should start talking about certain things alone. Because instead of just hearing other people's perspectives, I think it's time that y'all finally know who Farkwaad is for real. In today's subject, I'd like to talk about how to handling business in this modern day and age. Now, I've been doing Uncensored BS starting in this past summer, and since then, I've had a lot of people interested in being on my podcast. That's honestly really cool, and that's love, nothing but love. Because I'm willing to talk about anything. If there's anything that's bothering someone, whatever, they want to get it out of the way, that's cool. That's really cool. By all means, I'm ready to listen to you. I'm ready to talk as well. We have been having a lot of issues lately going on with Uncensored BS and with certain people, treating certain things like as if it's in their ownership due to the fact that they feel entitled to certain things. With all due respect, I don't care what you follow. I don't care what you believe in. I don't give a fuck. That does not make you any bigger than me. That does not make you any smaller than me. We're all equal at the end of the day. If you can't understand that, well, welcome to walk away. Welcome to exit this right now. This exact second. You're welcome to cry like a little bitch on your fucking bed, asking yourself day in and day out, why me, instead of doing something about it. Now, I've had some people that have been taking certain things that I've been doing very, very, very lightly, as if they can just, control me or try to get a little bit of possession from me. I'm sorry, but with all due respect, I don't do that cloud chasing shit around here. If that's what you do, that's totally fine. That's cool. But other than that, get the fuck out of here. Just fuck off. Fuck off. If you want to do business with me, don't fucking flake with me. Alright? If you don't want to, let me know. You don't want to. There's been a lot of people that have just been blocking me without even saying a word. If any of y'all know Dre the Topic, if y'all from the DMV, there's this underground YouTuber from Maryland, Southern Maryland, I believe. His video content consists of a lot of pornographic related, content. The reason why I say pornographic related, this is my opinion. So if anyone of Dre the Topic's peoples doesn't like what I'm saying on this, that's totally fine. But the man's did something very weird. He DMs me for my number. He's like, yo, send me your number. I'm like, cool. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Like, what's good? I'm assuming it's for business purposes. The man's blocked me after looking at my message, and it made no sense. It made zero sense. Before that, I was doing nothing but showing love to this man. Not nonstop. I was showing love to him whenever I wanted to. Because that's who I am. At the end of the day, I'm not going to just focus on one person. I'm going to be exploring, man. Got to explore. When I usually I usually get into music and astrology. Those are my two most biggest interests. I love music. If I hear, like, I know good music when I hear it. And when it comes to astrology, I could talk about astrology all day. And unlike a lot of these people that use their traits of their fucking zodiac signs to justify who they are, well, with all due respect, I'm not that person. Because at the end of the day, don't matter if you're a Taurus, don't matter if you're a Cancer, don't matter if you're a Capricorn, it don't matter. At the end of the day, you're human, and it's good to accept your mistakes, but to move on with it as well and to change yourself for the better of yourself and for the better of everyone else around you. Too bad. Not a lot of people can speak up. And there's another thing that I wanted to talk about. For those of y'all that were listening to my latest podcast, but it has been taken down now due to, legal reasons, apparently. His name is Sway. And Sway showed a lot of bad behavior on my podcast. And despite the bad behavior, I let him be. I didn't scold him. I tried to tell him nicely, like, hey man, if this is what you're doing, if this is what you're going to come on my podcast and promote your whatever agenda you got going on, well then you can leave. And he tried to talk over me, didn't even let me talk, and tried to scold me that I was wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncensored BS. This is not New World Order. If you're a radical person, you're welcome. But keep your radical shit to your fucking self, with all due respect. I am also sick and tired of the amount of just the fake shit. I'm not appreciating the fake shit. There's, while I've been doing this podcast, I've noticed a lot of fake shit. There is so much shit going on in the social media game, outside the social media game, in music, outside of music. It's just so fucking fishy, bro. It's the fishy shit I've ever seen in my life. Unfortunately, not a lot of y'all would understand that. Why? Because a lot of us were not raised and grew up the same way. I didn't grow up like a lot of y'all did, just like a lot of y'all didn't grow up like I did. It goes both ways, eh? In that aspect. Besides all of that, life has been going pretty good. I've been just taking a step at a time. Just trying to keep my cool in certain situations still. Trying to, I've cut down on smoking. As y'all can hear, I'm not high. So, I'm just trying to stay focused, stay sober, stay alert, catch up to all the lost time that I had and the whole 9 yards. I just feel like that I owe my day one supporters and day one listeners of this podcast so much that I feel like I haven't been doing much to really progress lately. And I personally do thank everyone that listens to Uncensored BS. If it wasn't for anybody listening or sharing my content, I honestly, I wouldn't even be where I'm at today. Shout out to all the people that I've done the podcast with. Despite of our disagreements, we've all we know we're cordial. It's good to be cordial. You gotta work with the system sometimes to break the system. That's what people don't understand. You can't just try to break the system right away. It's good to stand out, but if you're trying to break the entire system for your own good, well then there's no reason for you to have an agenda. Agenda is followed by more than one person. A goal is followed by one person. I'm not giving a true definition. I'm just giving an example because stuff like that, people do follow those ideologies. So lately, I've been having a lot of new suggestions with music. I've been listening to a lot of like the underground Atlanta rap. I've been listening to Yellow Bandana, Money Sean, One Take Mark J. I've heard of Soda Man before. Like I heard that him and Fonny made a song together. You know, it's just shout out to Soda Man, by the way, and shout out to Yellow Bandana, One Take, and Money Sean. They're actually pretty talented. In my opinion, I think they can go a lot bigger than Fonny was. Shout out to Fonny too. I know none of y'all fuck with me. It's cool. I ain't really tripping. Cause at the end of the day, we all do this shit for business. Every time their music blasts into my car, I blast that shit nonstop. Like real shit. Shout out to Yella. My man's just dropped Police. Police is not a bad song at all. Soda Man. The reason why I think Soda Man has his own uniqueness, and I'm not gonna say that it's not good. It's just his own uniqueness. Some people would say it's ass. Some people would be like, okay, bro, this is like what the fuck is this? But I understand personally, and it'd be like, all right, bro, we understand why you're doing this. So now that we understand, boom, we're going to look at it in your perspective. And if we fuck with it, we going to fuck with it. If we don't fuck with it, we're just going to keep it moving. I don't listen to Soda Man as much. So I do know he got some heat. He got some heat coming out real soon with Fonny. Like some heat. And I'm just really glad to see all this new music coming out. And shout out to Lucky, man. Lucky has been, he just released New Drink, the music video on YouTube, and it already has like over 100,000 views in only like 3-4 days. And honestly, with seeing that progress, for damn sure that Lucky has come from nothing. The man is one of the biggest SoundCloud rappers right now at this moment. If no one agrees, well, then I don't know what to tell you. So I really wish all of these artists that I just named right now, I really wish the best for all of them. I really am hoping that all of their careers excel. So with that being said, Franco Dior got some new music coming out. I just heard some of his snippets that he even sent me. I just want to let y'all know, he may have posted one snippet on his Instagram story, but I'm going to let y'all know the shit that I heard from what y'all heard is unfucking comparable. I think this is going to be by far one of his best projects in his entire career. And this project most possibly can blow this man's up. And shout out to Franco Dior once again. Personally, I think Franco is one of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. I really do think that as much as he has a very, he's elevating like a motherfucker. And if anyone doesn't believe that, well, I don't know what to tell you. If there's anyone on this if there's anyone listening to this that you think, if you think these people, like, oh, this person, that, look, you got a problem with someone, that's totally fine, bro. But hear me out. I don't give a shit how you feel about this person, and I don't give a shit if you want me to. No, I'm sorry. I'm not about to be involved in shit that is not of my concern. Excuse for the burps. It's just, when you eat fast and shit, and you fucking burp consistently, because you don't give up your body the chance to breathe and shit. So that's another thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I really hope that y'all are enjoying this podcast. I have a feeling personally that this is fucking boring because, but I don't think it's boring. I'm talking to myself, pretty much. Fuck it, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to y'all. What I did want to get down to is, like, when I first started this podcast, right? You always have supporters, no matter what. because then at first when you make these announcements, you let people know what's good and whatever. As the time starts to fly, people start to notice your shit, and that's when they think like, oh, is this good or is this ass? A lot of people like who are not fucking idiots and who understand your type of shit, they will come to you and be like, hey, I like your shit, man. I listen to your podcast and I really agree with a lot of shit that you say. Appreciate it, man. And then there's these weirdos that are like, yo, man, just heard your pod. Oh, man, I see you're making your podcast. Oh, did you even listen to anything I said? Oh, no, but I'm going to listen. Oh, no. Then don't talk to me then, bro. Keep it moving type shit. It's like, if you know about Uncensored BS, but you haven't listened to a single episode of it, don't talk to me. If you haven't heard or learned from anything that I've spoken in any of those sessions that I've had, well, that's cool. You can walk away. Like, if you want an autograph, that's cool. But like, I'm not even in that status yet, and I don't give a fuck about that shit. But what I am saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that just stay away from negativity and always remember to just address the negativity so that people are aware of that negative energy. You know what I mean? I don't like to, I'm a very private person outside of this stuff. I don't really like to involve my social media life with my personal life. A lot of y'all do the same thing. So if y'all can understand me, well then there you go. We can come to an agreement in certain things. If any of y'all cannot understand me, like I said at the beginning, we clearly haven't grown up the same way, which is understandable. But you gotta respect that as much as I respect the way you grew up and the way you are. Just saying. Technical difficulties. And now we are back from that break. I think this break took like about 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I'm not sure. But anyways, let's get back to the shits. So, I did want to talk about another topic, and it has honestly been like irking the mess out of me. And not everyone's going to really understand why it's been irking me, but I'm just going to quickly look for the video to even have the ability to discuss about it. So, I'm pretty sure that everyone's aware of the Dave Chappelle's Netflix special. And he has said some pretty unpleasant things about I wouldn't really say the transgender community. Yeah, the transgender community. Apparently any comment, to be understandable, certain comments that he's made, I understand that, that's not nice and it shouldn't even be said. Like, it's very messed up of those things being said. But what I'm seeing here, and honestly, for all the people that listen to Uncensored BS that are a part of the LGBTQ community, this is not anything personal, and this is not anything derogatory that I am saying at all. So please, before you judge anything that comes out of my mouth, please listen to me carefully. The purpose of LGBTQIA is a sexual orientation. It is a sexual orientation. Now, I do have a very big question. As a heterosexual and asexual person, I don't understand why H is not in LGBTQIA. Why is there no H? That's a very big question I had. If you're trying to bring in unity, then where the hell is the H? Why are heterosexual people not a part of the LGBTQ? Heterosexual is also a sexual orientation. Just saying. But that's not what I was trying to talk about. What I am trying to talk about is like, it's being treated as faith or religion. And I'm going to give an example real quick. And this is where it's going to have y'all either cancel me or, whatever, get out of this podcast. But honestly, it's better to be addressed than for me to shut up about it. Because me personally, I have friends from the LGBTQIA community. I myself am a part of it, but unfortunately, asexual is the black of the rainbow, so it doesn't really count. With that being said, I'm saying us asexual folks are not really claimed to be a part of, the LGBTQIA community. So, what I did want to give an example of is, now, Christianity. Did you know there was a time when you said anything ill about Christians or the Roman Catholic, you were slaughtered. You were tortured. Physically, you were tortured. The society was told to look at you as a fucking menace back in the day. You were killed, and people made sure you got killed. Do you know what is going on today? And I understand if some of the Netflix employees walked out to protest. I understand how all of y'all feel, but this is absurd. This is absurd that another man cannot have a regular say. There was some things that he said, bro, that were like, I can't really say that they were true, but it's a reality that we live in, and he's not wrong about what he said. It's just when it comes to him being wrong is all the horrible stuff he has said about y'all. The horrible name calling. Other than that, bro, when he mentioned about the baby getting away with murderer, and he himself, Dave Chappelle himself, did not even properly explain the situation. What he said, and I quote, what he said was, the baby killed it and got away with it. He killed and got away with it. And that's okay. But don't ever, he said you can never piss off a person from the LGBTQ community. Because if you do, you are canceled by society. You are like, everyone is supposed to hate you. You're supposed to be the bad guy. You're the villain. All of a sudden. Do you know that the same people, I have met a lot of people from the LGBTQ community, bro, that are actually racist. Now, I don't see that. I don't understand that. Do you know racist people don't support LGBTQ? I don't understand how that whole thing works, to be honest. Like, I'm going to be very fucking honest. I honestly don't know how this shit works. I don't understand how you can go with one way just because it's within your belief and within your faith, but like, it's not okay for people to say certain things. Oh, but it's okay for this to happen. Oh, but it's okay this is okay for them, but that's not okay for them. And then if it's not okay for them because they feel entitled just because of the fact that, like, bruh, we're living in a 10 times more free of a nation than we ever have. We have taken advantage of the word freedom. We have taken advantage of all of this stuff, bro. And this is why all of this is happening. This has created a lot more division. In my personal opinion, I think no one gives a shit about what you like or what you prefer when it comes to your sexual orientation. I think what really matters is what's in your fucking heart. And what do you have to offer when it comes to being around people? What do you have to offer when it comes to you helping yourself to become a better person? Forget the fact that a girl likes a girl. A guy likes a guy. A guy wants to claim themselves as a female because of the way they were raised or whatever. It doesn't matter. Or that's because they feel comfortable being like that. You see, I didn't say nothing wrong. Whatever I stated what other people have said, and I am giving out slight proof of what these people have said and giving out not even justifications, kind of proving points, kind of staying on the balance. But no, it's a problem. It's a problem. I don't get how that's a problem. It's annoying that it's a problem. I think everybody needs to grow the fuck up, grow a pair of balls. Everyone needs to grow a pair of balls and need to keep it the fuck moving and get back to work. Because at the end of the day, these same people that are protesting, bro, are the same people, and I repeat myself. These are the same people, bro, that support pedophilia. These are the same people that enjoy watching little kids do horrible stuff. Horrible stuff. I mean, horrible. Yet it is okay for these 1,000 Netflix employees to walk out just because their boss somewhat agreed with Dave. Now, Netflix CEO, that's a bad job, man. That's a bad job. Let me be real. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself. That's all. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself. That's really all that I got to say about that situation. At the end of the day, we are all human. Muslims are being told horrible things, but no one's defending them or supporting them. Asians are being told horrible things every single day. And then look what happened. They had an Asian hate bill. Because of that, everyone of certain groups are just starting to feel entitled about themselves, that they think that it can do something to get away with a lot of shit. And honestly, bro, I as a robot of this simulation, a peasant of this planet, like I'm like really tired of seeing this shit. Like, at the end of the day, you can't really devote into negative energy, but I'm just addressing this negative energy so that all of you are aware to never encounter these kinds of stuff ever in your life again. I personally think that if everyone just keeps their personal goddamn beliefs to their goddamn selves, I believe that if everyone comes to an agreement, set all of their bullshits aside, all of the differences aside, for real, and come together like grown men and grown women and grown they or them or he, she, or whatever. What the fucking ever. At the end of the day, bro, we all are made out of the same mud. We all come from the same type, like we come from the same source. We're made out of mud. We bleed the same. We have very similar body parts. We have heart. We have a brain. We all have reproduction. We all have reproductive systems. We all shit. We all stink at times. We all piss. We can hear. We can sense for the most part. So honestly, everyone, just keep moving. If anyone says anything negative to you, and this is a message to all the people out there that feel like they can't have no say in anything, please, if you are out there and you are struggling to stand up for yourself when it's the right thing to do in that situation, I just want to let you know, you fucking got this. You can do it. You can push yourself. You can keep moving. Because at the end of the day, think about it. The person that's talking shit to you, person that's trying to make you feel like shit or guilty, they're miserable themselves. It's not what they tell you. They're miserable themselves. They're trying to spread their negative energy to you so that you can do the same. You spread the same energy to other people. There was a video that Say Cheese TV posted about the 1,000 Netflix employees walking out. There was a random guy that showed up with the We Like Dave poster. Now hear this, I don't support that. But everyone is entitled to their own opinions, correct? Now, I personally think this guy was being funny. He did not hurt nobody. He didn't bring nothing. He didn't try to touch nobody. People were literally pushing him People were pushing him, telling him to get out. They broke his sign. They were putting his hands in his face. All he was doing was singing. He wasn't even trying to fight. He wasn't trying to do nothing. People were pulling his stuff away from him. Shout out to this dude for keeping his cool. And fuck what y'all think fuck what y'all don't like what I'm saying. Honestly. That's really all I had to say about that part of the topic. Now, there is something else that I'd really love to talk about. And I think a lot of people are not talking about it. So I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of the fact that we have a new menace on the loose. This is your beloved celebrity, Brittany Renner. Shout out to Brittany Renner. Even though I don't fuck with you, Brittany Renner, personally, respectfully. I think with what she is doing, she is testing the fate of all people that know that it is wrong for her to do what she's doing. Because look, let me tell you something. If the 18-year-old boy ain't giving you consent, baby girl, then that's rape, okay? Now, I know everyone's talking shit like, oh my God, Brittany Renner, she's going to college, fucking all these young dudes and shit. Yeah. Well, I do have something to say about that. Okay, what I do have to say is that Brittany Renner, if you ever encounter this episode, if you ever listen to this, I just want to let you know that you are evil. You are extremely evil. You need help. You deadass need to seek help. Like, I think what you really need to do is you need to I don't know what type of villain shit you're on, but like you're on some like predator shit. And honestly, like, do me a favor, grow the fuck up, grow a pair of balls, stop trying to gain attention just for doing villainous ass shit, like spiritually villainous ass shit, and then you get away with it just because you're fine as fuck. Just because you got, like, bruh, it's just real, this is real talk. A lot of y'all just gonna look at me like, yo, this man's a weirdo. Yo, this man's a weirdo. Oh, this man's feeling some type of way. This man's feeling some type of way. My man's impregnated. My man's PJ Washington. Shout out to PJ Washington, bro. I fuck with him. He a great baller. PJ Washington impregnated her. He loved her. My man's is dealing with a lot right now. He does not have to say it. He does not have to justify anything to any of us. PJ Washington is dealing with a lot. As a man, bro, when you love someone and you choose to have a child with them, and the next thing you know, bro, they just I understand if he was fucking on other bitches, that was on him. That was on him. But that does not mean what she did was okay. That does not mean shit. Because the roles would have been reversed. And then, you feel me? It wouldn't have been the same way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really anyone to speak on that situation. I really wanted to give my input on that because nobody's talking about it. Like, nobody's talking about it. So, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make it known that, yeah, I'm aware of what the fuck type of time this weirdo's on. And honestly, like, it's for any of the people or any people out there, I'm not gonna like individualize a specific group, but if there's any people out there that think that what Brittany Renner doing is okay and what she's doing is like absolutely like, that's nothing. Get off my shit. You're just listening to this just because you're just trying to like make fun out of this, or you're just trying to like make a disagreement out of what I'm saying. Cool. But other than that, get the fuck off my shit. You have no common sense. You have no heart. You have no humanity in you. You have nothing. You have no good thing in you. Like, you are immoral and unethical as fuck if you believe that what she's doing is totally fine. This is why a lot of men are getting their heads fucked up in this today's day and age, because we believe and we're starting to realize that no matter how much we do, no matter how much we're willing to put in effort, bro, all that shit goes to waste only because the woman is not satisfied in the relationship. But we're not going to have that conversation, because that conversation is for another time. And I think that not only myself should be talking about that specific topic, I think I should have more than one person, and I think it would be an amazing fucking session, but that will definitely be for another time. That's really all I had to say about the Brittany Renner situation. If any men my age out there, from ages 18 to 25, any men out there that are being any type of way physically, physically touched. If you ain't trying to have sex with a female, bro, but she's over here touching you like she's forcing you to fuck, well, don't hesitate to call 911. Please do not hesitate to pick up that phone. Do not hesitate to talk to someone. Do not hesitate. If you need to talk to Farkwaad, Farkwaad's here to listen. Because Farkwaad don't only talk about music, and Farkwaad don't only talk about astrology. Farkwaad loves to hear what people have to say, especially when they're dealing with something. Because at the end of the day, bro, we're all human. I think it's good so that we vent, that people that understand you vent to the people that can understand you. You know what I mean? Exactly. Point being made. But yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I highly appreciate everyone taking the time out of their day to listening to this short session. I did have to address a couple things on this just because of the fact that I haven't posted a podcast for a while. The last time y'all even heard a session from me, the dude I did the podcast with, his name was Sway. I personally think he was not okay in the head. Things, really like randomly, it just escalated for no reason. It was over some dumb shit. And honestly, I'm not having that type of shit on my content. So, for those of you that like to waste time, on, whatever, and you just do shit just to get numbers, well, with all due respect, you're not welcome on Uncensored BS. That clearly shows me that you don't really want to do actual business with me. You're not really interested in the content and the purpose of us doing any of this kind of stuff. So, with that being said, as much as I respect y'all, I suggest the same respect. So that's all I really ask for. Other than that, thank you all for listening to this first self session. I'm gonna be doing more of these in the coming times. I really enjoy talking to myself, because I feel like I can talk about so much more than what I normally talk about with other people when I'm doing podcasts with different people. So we're gonna have this more often. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's your boy Farkwaad. Thanks for tuning in to Uncensored BS, a Farkwaad podcast, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Signing out. Just a little reminder, if you don't like anything that we talk about on this podcast, you are always welcome to leave. But for those of you that stuck around and enjoy this podcast, please stay tuned every Saturdays for a brand new episode.